believe it or not, I'm actually not on my account. I'm on someone else's account, so we are going to be doing some account reviews, and this video is going to have 3 different accounts of 3 different spending ranges. So some whaling, or what you would call spending quite a bit, and some are going to be on the lower end. So you can see potential 7, potential 7, potential 10 Meliodas. So we're going to go through these, see what we can improve, give some feedback, and you as a viewer can also take advantage of the advice I'm giving here. For this account, I'll take a look at everything, and also we're going to do some Timespace Junction, see if I can clear it for them. But without further ado, let's get into it, and I'll tell you how you can have your account reviewed in a little bit. Alright, so we're going to start top to bottom. Let's take a look at the banners. So we have 120 completed here, but this person has not gotten Escanor. So we'll see if they have Escanor, and if they do, then if it's potential 5, it's not really worth it. And then saving up some standard banner pulls, but this person does have both the costumes. Unfortunately, because I am not a fan of buying costumes, but it's not my account, so that's what we're working with here. With the events, I mean, everything's done. Let's see what's happening, though, in the event shop. Okay, this person's done more than me. Even I haven't completed the whole thing. So, good to see. Cleared everything. Okay, wow. Alright, so let's start with the characters. It looks like all of the characters are done, actually. So if I go through the mastery, they're done. And I'm not going to review these characters' builds because I think the video would be too long, but let's just see. Alright, all mastery's done. Even I don't have this done, honestly, because I'm pretty lazy. And I'm holding on to my keys with potential 10 on the SRs. Makes sense. Kind of a whale, so let's see. Alright, yeah, let's start with Tiori's builds, just to see what she's working with here, what her gear looks like. So weapons, for healing, I would bring in a level 50 weapon whenever you do use her, but like with Elizabeth, Tior's basically just gotten thrown out, so I'm not going to waste too much time. Raid pieces, it's whatever. I think this person might have gear on everybody. Yeah, okay. That's gear on everybody just to put some... No purple. Okay, there are some. Okay. I was like, there's no purple in group sets, but... Alright, let's now look at this. Tristan, also random gear. Escanor has some gear. What are we working with here? Also random gear. We have potential 7. Okay, yeah. It's not really worth it. Unless you go all the way to potential 9, then you could argue it's worth it because of the ultimate move damage multiplied by 60%, and then you get some damage reduction. Even at 9, you get a lot of ultimate move damage. Again, ultimate move damage. So if you do want the ultimate move damage, potential 9 is very valuable. But as of right now, I would recommend just to leave it off. One thing I do have to say, this has to be limit broken. I'll show you guys later what the weapons look like, but every weapon has to be limit break to 3-star or level 4. That is a gluttonous weapon. But let's go over to Clotho. Where's the rapier? Okay, on Jericho. Maybe Jericho's a DPS or something. Okay, we'll see. We have Clotho and then a blazing weapon. Okay. Guessing placeholder armor. Okay. So these units are basically all placeholder armors. So see, again, Manny, not limit broken. So I gotta take a look at all the weapons at once in a second, but again, let's go through these. Potential 6, potential 4. Alright, at least I have a higher potential than this person. I have a potential 5 Manny, but let's take a look at the Meliodas. I'm sure he probably has proper gear. Now, I think what this person's doing was using Jericho as a DPS on the dual swords, which is okay. I mean, like, it's not bad, but like you see this max limit broken weapon here. This is something you would put on Meliodas, which I'll do right now because they asked me to do some Timespace Junction, so we'll put this on here. Equipment attack. Let's see if there's an axe we can put on here. Alright, nope. Okay, so we have 24,000 attack. I'll build the Meliodas later, but King, I'm assuming, is also placeholder. Yep. Placeholder for Deanne. Okay, Elaine's also placeholder. This is more of a DPS type build, so I would recommend having the burst set there, but I think Jericho has the burst set, so I have to take a look at all the gear pieces that this person has to see what we can work with. But with Jericho, most of your best weapon is going to be this one, the Skyborn Gale Dual Swords, but you just want to have this limit broken for the extra crit chance. Alright, we have a couple of enchants here. I'm going to do just one. Hopefully this person doesn't mind. We'll see if I can get cold burst efficiency, but if not, at their own time, make sure to go get... Yeah, okay, never mind. Make sure to go get cold burst efficiency and use that on your Jericho. You're going to be bursting way more often than these weapons here. This is completely just an off weapon for Meliodas, so it doesn't make sense to use it on Jericho. Jericho on the rapier, though, is a pretty good DPS, but that's something else we'll take a look at. But let's just put this on for now because it has the crit resistance. I'm not going to mess around too much because then it's just annoying to get everything back. But we saw Gila's placeholder, Elena's placeholder. If I go to switch, okay, this person does not have the engraved sets for her. Weapons, placeholder, placeholder. If you guys want to see my account, oh, all right. If you guys want to see my account, let me know. Just comment account showcase. I'll do mine because maybe that will give you guys some insight on how to build your account. But potential 7 Gila, potential 7 Deanne. Oh, potential 8 King though. That's pretty nice. Almost potential 10. We have more healing on the force protection. Longer duration increases defense, but I'm pretty sure Holy King at like potential 9 or 10 is going to be pretty insane. Look at the ultimate move damage. You get 2 bonuses here. So that's something that this person can take a look at if they want for damage. All right, let's focus on their main team for now. We have Merlin. Let's look at her weapons. All right, this is pretty good, but because you don't have some of the other gluttonous weapons, mainly the axe here, I would have done this to get this 3 stars for level 4 passive, because you do unlock a... Oh, let's not do that. And I'm not going to touch anything in terms of upgrading on their account. They can do it themselves, but you get the level 4 passive right here, so I would recommend doing that. Clotho's Rapier is not important because she actually does not get a second passive, which is really stupid. At level 4, even at higher levels, it's just the number goes up. So you could leave with that. But if Merlin's your DPS, I think this is a good investment. You have cold damage, attack skill damage, normal attack damage. This is pretty good. I would recommend going for cold attack or crit damage here on the enchant if possible. Let's just see, 4 luck. Alright, if we can get something. If not, that's completely fine. I'm just going to do 1 if we get lucky. Imagine it's like cold damage, attack skill, crit damage, cold attack. Okay, this is not better, but actually no, it's almost better by a little bit. But like because you tag in and out with Merlin, that damage does come in handy. So man, this sucks. If this HP increase was cold damage right here, even that I would take over the attack skill damage. But let me know what you guys think. But again, I'll leave it. The ideal one they want to go for is cold damage, crit damage, cold attack, attack skill damage. All 4 of those, or even 3 out of 4 is going to be good. This one should be equipment attack if you're going to use a secondary weapon. Let's go to switch. Okay, this is the only one, right? Oh, yeah, bring this over from Elizabeth because she does not need attack on this one. This one you just need crit damage. So you would need another black flame weapon to put on Elizabeth. And then I would recommend leaving this one on Merlin because you have the, you have the additional equipment attack and then you have a lot of equipment attack here as well. And then for Merlin, so severely lacking on the amount of weapons here, but let's take a look. 21,000 attack and then we have some crit damage here. It's not bad. I would say 120 would be pretty good. Let's take a look at here. Cold damage, crit chance. Engraving bonus, I would go for some crit damage. Okay, let's take this off. Cold attack is a little bit, you would rather have like crit damage or in here, crit damage or attack percent. Let's see if this person does have any of those rings. Taking a look at through the weapons, it's pretty bad luck, to be honest. Let's see. No attack percent. Oh, this is not bad. I mean, crit chance and crit damage, kind of like the Orgot ring, but let's see. Oh yeah, this is really bad. I mean, very unlucky because this is the first good weapon I'm seeing, or ring that I'm seeing, and then this is okay. So, I don't know, maybe I'd use this over the other one because you get some attack, but like cold attack on your ring, or elemental attack on your ring usually just isn't worth it. So that's something else to look at. For the boots though, I would go with these because when you trigger a burst with also debuff duration efficiency for your frost, but when you trigger a burst with like this one, it would be pretty good. When you slow them down, you lower their block rate, and when you're doing your combined ultimate and you trigger a burst, this counts. So I would put this boots on from Grimoire for the extra debuff duration efficiency, and then this passive. But other than that, I think the rest of it is fine. When you have like higher level gear pieces, you could also have maybe 5-piece greedy ruler for the crit damage. Because when you're using gluttonous weapons, anybody watching, your crit damage goes down way too much compared to a black flame weapon. So you have to make it up through your enchants and your, again, gear as well as the engraving bonus here. But here you do get crit damage from your passive, right? So that's pretty good too. But potential 7 Merlin's fine. Jericho, you can't really control it. Daisy, very awkward spot to stop at. Either it's 6 or 7 and then straight to 10 because at 9, I mean, it's the earth, it's fine. Wind doesn't do much, but then at potential 10 is shatter resistance lower, which is really good. 15% lower shatter resistance. So unfortunate, but it's okay. And then potential 7 is a good spot to stop as well. I have potential 5, so 5, 6, 7, and 10 are going to be the places you want to stop at. But the defense, unfortunately, is a little bit low. So if we take a look at here, again, a black flame weapon would go over here. Here, this would be the... Well, it doesn't matter as much because you're not potential 10. You don't have to juice out all the defense you can get. But for most of you guys watching, you would put on Greedy Ruler boots and Greedy Ruler chest. Those two at least. And then this one, you can leave it for extra healing. So that's just something else. So this person is doing pledge, but it's not the max level, because if you do max level, you can get from 150 to 160, and 140 is like, you know, doing 2 pledges. So those are some of the character feedback I have. The teams, what they're working with. Oh, wrong one. Do not use Wind Elizabeth. I mean, she does give you Pierce, but like, if she's on your team with Ice Merlin, it's for healing. So you have increases like Wind Hero's Pierce, and then this reduces crit defense through her ultimate. This decreases wind defense, so that doesn't really make sense to have her on a ice team like that. But normal attack crit damage boost from the special attack increases by 20%. Again, you're not doing normal attacks on this team with Merlin, so this doesn't really make sense, but you get the 50% movement speed, so that's something else. And then again, this is more crit defense lower, so I would stick with this weapon when you're on like the ice team. So let's leave it at that. And then otherwise, this team is fine. Let's go over to the other ones. We have Meliodas and Jericho. Okay, that's good too. We have, all right, the other two. This is probably like the exploration team. But yeah, these two teams are both good, using some of the same units. So I would focus on these 4, obviously, and then Merlin, and make sure you build them as best as you can. But let's take a look at the weapons here, because you can see there's a lot, like compared to my account at least, there's a severe lack of SSR weapons that are also upgraded. So this should be 3-star, like I said. This should be 3-star, or it's going to say 3 here. So this person has not enough black flame weapons as secondary weapons, if that makes sense. So like even on Escanor, if he's your DPS, you want this weapon to be level 50 because that's giving you more attack. So anyone that's your DPS has to have, like I showed you for Merlin and Meliodas. You see how these weapons are basically fully upgraded, level 50, and then this one even has some extra attack and extra attack here. You want that for your DPSs regardless, unless they go off of defense, that's something else. But and this is the perfect sub-weapon for Meliodas because you get so much attack, 5300, and 30% of that. Same thing would be here for the axe. If you put on a Chroman attack, you get some more. But yeah, I would recommend make a few more weapons at least, so you can use different teams. But overall, let's take a look at the enchants. Cold enchant, here's very good. This one's okay. I mean, I don't know, Clotho's, let's take a look at the Clotho one more time, potential 6, which she does become a better burster than Tristan at potential 6. So you see it says increases wind burst efficiency by 25%, and then resets the normal skill cooldown when you activate a burst. So I would recommend for, let's say, Clotho's rapier, for her rapier to go with the wind enchant. It doesn't make sense to use this as a DPS weapon because it's specifically for wind attack and wind burst efficiency. Let's take a look at Meliodas' one. It's okay. I mean, you would want normal skill damage, darkness damage, crit damage, at least those 3. And then on top of that, you would want some, yeah, this person doesn't have the enchants, but on top of this, you would want the darkness attack increase as well. So and then let's take a look at the fire one. Again, it's just okay. Neither of these are the big hitting skills. You would want ultimate move damage or special attack increase. And then here you would want like fire attack, fire damage. Crit damage is good too, keep crit damage, but you would want a skill that you actually use. Now, for now, we're using this weapon as a sub-weapon for Merlin, but like for lightning, you would have, again, crit damage, normal skill damage, lightning attack, those enchants on here. So unfortunately, this person does not have any enchants on the no holy enchants. Okay, physical. So we can still use physical because what we're looking for is cooldown reduction, magic charging, and defense increase. So I'll do 2 because there's no enchants here. Maybe we get something good. So they give me permission to use some stuff, but I don't want to use too much, right? So retry crit. All right, we'll take this 5% defense increase. So apply that. And then now it's looking a little bit better, but you would want defense increase, magic charging efficiency, cooldown reduction on here. And then this weapon's not bad. You have the max attack. This is good both for Clotho and Tiori, or not Tiori, but for Clotho, she does heal you based off of your attack. So you do want more attack on here. but I would like to see more elemental enchants on these weapons. And some of these epic weapons should be upgraded to level 50 as a side weapon that you can just use. So I think this was for Jericho. You can see this was the ice enchant, so I think this person took it off. But also a lot of like these weapons, you can just throw them away, reset them. It doesn't really matter, or break them down. Like these ones, they're this one's good. This one do keep. This one do keep, but the rest of them are not really that good. So now this weapon is a bit of an exception because almost I could feel like this could work for Window Lane, but again, most of these star weapons, except like these, or is it the Jet Black and the Blazing, you can leave those. I would lock them. That's what I do on my account. Any Blazing and Jet Black weapon I have, I lock it. And then the rest, like Crimson Flame, you can craft whenever you want. There's no reason to hold on to these. I would much rather you break these down and then upgrade, let's say one of these rapiers. Let's lock this. One of these dual swords, this one, or you already have on Jericho that I just put on. Limit break this one. Some of these first strike weapons, you have to limit break them as well because, let's take a look here. Limit break, you get 50% damage increase like here, right here. The first time you attack them, it applies that debuff, so you definitely want this going into any fight. But that's enough with the weapons, right? I think you guys get the point. We have the engraved sets, so Elizabeth, Merlin, Gila, we have some gear pieces. So yeah, if you can already do the pledge, I would recommend make sure you optimize your party so you can do all 3 pledges. Daisy's enchant, or not enchant, engraved set. Oh, Jericho's one is really good though. Level 3 passive, all burst efficiency, that's really good. Yeah. I'll actually go even roll this once. Let's see if I get something higher than 113, but I'm not going to do it too many times because, yeah, here you can see how many engraved sets that they have. It's like barely nothing. If I go over here, this is all of the engraved sets, so I would definitely like to see more. I'm going to check if they have brilliant engraving seals in their inventory or what, but we want to just change the level and see if we can get a higher level, just maybe once or twice, okay? Let's see. All right, let's leave it at that. 121 is still good. From that, you can see that our burst efficiency went up like 2%. So it's not that much, but still, it helps to have a higher amount. Also because of these stats that go up, it helps you live longer. So this gear piece on the left is a little bit of a mess, but it doesn't really matter. You're looking for just on the right side to have this crafted set. And then for Daisy, this gear is fine. Elizabeth's also fine. Okay. All right. So yeah, this person has 9 brilliant engraving seals. I would recommend use 4 to 5 to get like engraved sets that you need or are useful. Some, yeah, at least get like 3 and then start saving for the next update. But accessories and stuff, there's not much you can do about that. I would recommend make a second Hymn of Regeneration set, this one, and a second Twisted Thought Ring. Not right now, but more so over time as you get more loot, more items and stuff, you can make these because it comes in handy, so you're not having to constantly switch over time. So very randomly stacked inventory. No, not more than my amount of keys. Like almost none of you guys watching is going to have more keys than me, but the avatar stuff, platinum, this is like 100 platinum here. You have the pet potions, some SSR weapons like a selector, some pet potions, and bunch of random stuff. This one I'll use though. This is random. It's not like you can. All right, let's not use all of them because all right, 6, 7. I don't know. Let's just do that. Whatever. And then food doesn't matter. In the inventory we have this. I don't know what this is, where it's from. I never fish, so I couldn't tell you. We already looked at the seals. You have some remnants. I would recommend if you're not in a rush to hold on to these. Let's see if they bring any changes rather than rushing to use them. But I'd also like to see more preparation for, yeah, a little bit more preparation for the upcoming units. So like for me, I have like 50 topaz for Gother and then like 50 of the amethyst. I'm working on my sapphire. So those you're going to need to do enchants for Gother or any other unit currently. So I like the 24 and 36 here. You can make more enchants if you need to. So overall, like inventory's looking good, looking healthy, like all these random stuff that you end up needing for masteries and stuff. Even I don't have this much. I would convert these into blueprints and use them. This is, dude, you have 10 blueprints just sitting around. So I would recommend use these to make some weapons and put them onto your units. By the way, if you were curious what this looks like and how fast this thing is, it's crazy fast. Like, holy crap. This costs like $700, by the way, but you know, super fast. And then we have the flying pet, the eagle. So that's pretty cool as well. Oh yeah, in case anybody was wondering. Let's take a look at the pets though really quickly. This person has basically all the best stuff in all the categories. All the pets here basically. All right, let's go to the codex. So here we go. Missing this one. I have this one. I don't have this one. This is from this special codex achievements. I have this one, but I don't have this one. And then this is again from the achievements. I don't have this one either. I have this one. This one is going to be later on your codex achievements. Do I have anything here? I do have this one. And then I don't have this one, or obviously this one. Any of the loyalty pets I don't have. But let's take a look at the shop. This one you should really buy. I don't know how you're a whale and don't have this. Please go buy this. Saves you so much money over time. Yeah. I don't know how you bought this one, or you bought this one, but not this one. So definitely buy this one. And then the hawk pass is whatever. It's okay. Bought this one. Okay, that's pretty good because you don't want the blueprint for additional weapons if you need. Here, okay, good to see. I don't want to see any of these bought over here. Okay, they're so bad. And then nothing bought over here. That's good. Good. And then you have the skins bought, the keys. Okay, buy this the day before the next update, so that way you don't have to use keys going into the update, and this will save you a lot of keys. So good to see. Okay, these ones are also trash. Star memory. Oh, all right. This person has bought all of them. And then the exchange shop, as you can see, the top 3 most expensive pets. And then you could buy the selector if you want. That's what I bought. And then here, nothing to seek, nothing crazy. This one, I don't know why you would buy this, unfortunately, but don't buy it again. Just break down your weapon and let me break them. But yeah, I like converting all my stuff here to pulls so I don't look at my star fragments, but you know, it's their account. So I think there was a lot of feedback on their account. Let's go see. Oh, who is this? We're going to have 3 different accounts and I'll be reviewing all 3 of them, going through them quicker, but the rest of the videos aren't going to be this long. So let me know what you thought. If you enjoyed it, I'll be doing more of these again, maybe weekly or every couple of days, depends on how much content we have. But I think this was fun, taking a look at someone else's account, see what kind of mistakes there are and what you can fix. And just because I'm reviewing their account doesn't mean you can't get feedback on your own. Like, you know, you understand what to do. So that's it. If you haven't seen this video with how to increase your damage, I would really appreciate it if you can go watch it and like this video before you leave. I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.